Morning, folks. It's 8:26 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. Okay, let's change that. It's 6:26 here a.m. 6:26 a.m. Come on. This is how good I am with computers. Excuse me. Tokyo's raining. Okay. I haven't killed anything yet this morning, and literally, this is stupid. It's being completely screwed with. 7:27 p.m. in Sydney. Huh? 6:28 a.m. Friday, September 23rd, Duluth, Georgia. Okay, that's pretty good. 10 minutes to get the time. Whatever. When I touch things with my hands too, my hands are, from spending so many years working with them, especially as a mechanic, your hands get tough. Anyway, 6:29. Elders, understanding, intuition. That's what this is about, among other things. I can't talk about just one thing because there's always so much stuff going through me, and what I am mostly inside and all over the place outside is what runs things in my life. It's doing more and more now. I've been seeing myself having to hang around for a few more months, and I didn't have any intention of accepting that. Folks, you don't just hear it on the internet. Everyone around here knows how anxious I am to get out of the body. They've gotten used to it. I don't dwell on it all the time. I say it more on the internet when I'm talking with you, but I say it in person too. Some people would think, oh, that poor guy doesn't have any faith in himself, or he's whatever. No, it's I have stuff to do I can't do here. It's like the head of a huge nail stuck inside this body, and I'm just anxious to get out. But there's certain things that I'm trying to get done that I need to get done while here in the body, and that's happening along its way. I have to leave a certain something this last life. Personally, I don't care about that. I care about taking care of the animals and the folks still imprisoned here and on other planets, but especially here. wrongly imprisoned. So anyway, in the meantime, there's change going on. From time to time, I'll sound a little different. This body is continuing to die, but I expect I'll be here till February now. I expect that when February 4th or later comes, that I'll still be here. That's very disappointing to me. Anyway, there is something going on. There's a reason for it. In the meantime, there are some things happening, but not on a huge scale, that coincide with what I've been talking about doing, but it should have been happening almost a year ago. So anyway, got that off my chest. That's been out of my head, really off my head. That's been bugging me for a couple of weeks now. As my body continues to shut down, more energy gets put in and out, so I can do what I need to do, but it's like my brain's getting changed again now. I'm making it stronger. I've even had a couple days where I needed 3-4 days where I needed to take some vitamins. I'm not concerned with my health. It's the last thing I'm concerned with. Enough to keep going and take care of Herky, yeah. I have other animals here too, but they're going to be taken care of. That baby's dead. Where's the refill? Anyway. I woke up a few nights ago. I went to sleep, kind of fell asleep, and woke up. And when I did, people would say, I wasn't me. No, I was more me than ever. That's just it. I was Ara. And part of me inside this body, I woke up and I just looked at everything and I said, damn. Look at the house I live in. Look at the place that, I mean, so look at a house, look at a place, and I was seeing things not as a human, as what I am as spirit. And that helped me while I was conscious, and the left side of my brain, which is the earthen energy, which is mostly the conscious mind, that helped me understand a few things. I expect that's why I did it. I've been, while I sleep, I've been taken off and doing stuff because of the way this has to happen, because it's just the way it is. That's why my body, even though I'll be here a few more months, my body has to keep dying. It has to be closer to shutting down to make it easier to pull more of me out into the rest of me, but maintain some of it inside. Once your energy's out of your body, folks, once your spirit is out of your body, you can't go back in it. That's the way it is. It's just, the way it is. It got in there once. It was put in there. It's different, okay? I'm sorry I can't give you a technical breakdown, but that's a fact. It's always been like that. It's never happened. People talk about walk-ins. I said wrong. You can have someone who's 27% negative or more soul, and they can let another spirit come inside them. That's a problem. Negative spirit. Then have to deal with that till it gets removed. There's not too much of that anymore because it's wrong. But other than that, there's no such thing as a walk-in. excuse me, we're all trying to use different words and terminology to explain things. And that's one of the important things about the books. That's runes of awakening. That goes with the runes. The rune cards. It's got all the symbols and stuff and explanations of them. That's a base. Those things are base explanations. What happens is, as you pull them, the message, the stronger you get by using them, you get stronger and stronger at understanding what's going on. People, when you have a hard time relaxing and talking with your spirit guides, or when you can talk with them, but especially when you have a hard time, excuse me, as you use those cards, and you can use oracle cards, tarot cards, you start talking with your spirit guides. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it, the more faith you have in yourself, and the more faith you start having in the other side. But these two books, creation, its beginning and your origin, how everything came to be, where the first being came from, blah blah blah, and then what happened after that. This one's pretty big. First one's only 134 pages. Second one is 412, the way the publishers count the pages. Anyway, that gives you all the information on what's going on what's out there. If you have 1,000 people come into a room and they don't speak a singular language, it makes it really hard for them to communicate. It might get to the point where you have to draw pictures. Okay? That's the base form of communication, which is also the base form of telepathy. Imagine that. I'm telling you, people, the more you see, the more you're aware of, the more you feel, understand, the more the simpler things are. Because part of the whole point of me being here. One last time. I told you many lives here, 2 of them in particular, that I would come back and I would tell you the truth of creation. And that's how it was put. The earlier life, these are the 2 that are the strongest. I've done it many lives, but these are the 2 that were very strong. They actually had legends about it. No big deal. I'm not a big deal. It's just whatever. Was Quetzalcoatl, okay? Casalcan or something they've called me, Kulkacan or something like that. Been called a few things. Anyway, I was a Knip-Pinich or something, whatever. I was a Toltec king. Thank you. The white guy, the tall, white, slender Toltec king that had a beard, which is unlike the red race. And when I left, I was took off on a raft into the ocean, and I said I'll be coming back from the east. I took off to the east. I said I'll be coming back, and I'll be bringing you all this information and stuff. And then I'd done some pretty trick stuff that life. I was pretty strong. And so anyway, they turned it out over time to make it more than what it was. I gave everyone really good stuff, gutters, science for astronomy and stuff like that. Did a lot to help them. And also, there's a reason why I was white and had a beard, okay? I was different from somewhere else that was brought there. That's another story that doesn't need to be told. And the other one was, the other life was Pahana, the Hopi elder that was white. And I was Indian. I was just white. I was born there. Hopi flesh and blood. I just came out white. No beard, nothing. And the legend was I went off to the east and I'd come back from the east. The white brother is what they called me. And I would tell them the truth of creation and its beginnings and stuff. Look it up for yourself. You'll find out. Anyway, I'm really connected to those lives, and that's one of the big reasons you have to have this information. Not everyone has to have it, but if you want to wake up, if you want to be aware, if you want to communicate with each other, you have to have this information. It's a basis of thought. It's language by pictures, but it's a whole lot easier than hieroglyphics. You start to see certain beings. What are they? You see some kind of being that has like a little bit of a round head, moves in and out, kind of low to the ground, about so tall. Look in this book. Ground elves. Taller, doesn't move much. Straight, almost looks a little bit like a tree. Believe it or not, tree elves. All kinds of stuff. There are different forms of spirit that goes inside people's bodies. People talk about like Drock spirit. There's no, folks, when it comes to spirit, there's source, there's some of the fields of essence, and then there's soul. Of course, there's no original source. It's just source left from Lily and Ara now. And it's clean source, very clean. Okay. What's in me is the dirtiest part of it. It's 2.081% negative frequencies. The original first being was 27.5. Okay, so that's clean. You know, what I am is clean compared to it. Anyway, then you have, and then what was separated was animal essence, plant essence, human essence, fey essence, and then universal essence was a big one. That was a big field, and that's planets and stars. Planets, female, have those solid bodies, mass bodies that have life put in them. This plant essence, it's always female. Always. It's never been anything else. Stars, male, never been anything else. That's why moonlight is so nice, so strong. Excuse me. Moonlight is male star energy that reflects off the moon and then comes through Gaia's energy glowing over the earth, and when it hits you, it's balanced, male, female, universal energy. It's a beautiful thing. Very strong. The moon itself is just an inanimate object. Okay, it's a rock. I know people say it's a satellite. No, it's not. It's a rock. There's still people saying the earth is flat. The earth is not a perfectly round sphere, but it's not flat. So anyway, continuing my normal way of jumping around, there is a flow to what I give you and a reason for it. Okay, I'm not consciously doing it. I'm telling you this. There is a reason for it, just like what I'm going to tell you about last night. Anyway, and now I'm being pushed to get into that. So because I still need to hang around a while, and I have to keep getting a little sicker, so it's easier for what I am inside. What's left of Ara's focal point inside can come out, and then it leaves like a little thread which is attached to me, and then I leave and do stuff. Because of my health, I can't, present physical health, I can't go all that far. My energy's out all over the place, but this strongest part of it can't go out that far, but it does. I was talking with Siobhan out in Ireland. She's a powerhouse, folks. They're all learning crank-ups, but see, when you learn, you can learn how to make icing smoother, but you make the batter. The batter is what it is. The icing is what it is. No matter how you put it on, it goes on. And that it's like that with energy, okay? Because remember, all of you are much bigger than what you think you are inside. You think of yourself as a human body. You're not. You're in a human body. Big difference, okay? And there's two parts of you. Sometimes I just want to argue with myself. Well, you know you are. There's a spirit, sentient energy that originally came from the planet that's been abused like hell. It's supposed to be in a planet, not a physical body that it knows is going to die, then holds on to it so hard. That's why, excuse me, that's why almost everyone when it's time for the body to die, they hold on so hard. That's the earth energy, spirit, excuse me, the earth spirit, sentient energy, trying to hold on to that body. It does not want to let go of its quote-unquote planet. And you can't blame it. It's made to be planet. It's not people. The body's come from the planet, so it holds on hard. But that's the abuse it's been given. Everything's been abused. Jay's finding just a reason to bitch and complain about everything. No, I'm telling you what's around, and it's pretty fracked up, and it's getting changed. Doesn't matter who's doing it. It doesn't matter. It gets done. That's what counts. That things change for you. Anyway, anyway, I was talking with Siobhan out in Ireland, and last night I was having a hard time the last 2 days. I haven't hardly been able to get up and walk. I'll go to move, and I'm so in touch with myself that's out of the body and still in the body now. I don't need to talk with it. I'm thinking both thoughts at the same time. It's weird. So I start having a hard time, and I see what's going on, but it's been working on my head. But I'll still call someone and talk to them a little bit. And also, like with Siobhan, Stephanie, a bunch of others, I talk with them all the time, trying to get them ready. I want them, as smooth. I want them to put that icing on as smooth as possible before I do finally get out of here. That's important. It's important to them, but it's important to y'all. I need to leave that. Not one time ever in the history of all creation has anyone been able to go, while in a body, go into a physical brain and crank them up. Never. It's never happened. Never. When you finally meet our friends in space, ask them. They've been around. Ask the Drock. No one has ever done it until I did it. It was time for that to happen. Finally. Everyone had the original, first being male and female, controlling things. The original angels, the ones that are left, are almost all totally cool, and the other ones that are gone now, they were running everyone's lives. I mean, everything was controlled. So anyway, it's important they know how to do it. And I was talking with Siobhan, and I was seeing something happen for last night. So I said, sweetie, take a look. And there's something coming into me, something coming my way. And what's that about? So she's looking, and anyway, get to the point, to the matter of the point, and she could see what was going on, why. My angels, the ones that come from Lily and Ara, I shouldn't say my angels, what Ara's primary focal point, which got a piece of it in me, is literally 54% of the total mass energy of what Ara is. It's big, okay? So sometimes I say that, but it's not technically correct. I do what I can. I screw up. I prove that daily, a lot more than once. That's why I also tell people, try not to get hung up on all the little details. Just keep going forward. If you're swimming in a pool and you get all freaked out about the last stroke you made and how to do a perfect stroke, you're going to find out you're sinking. You're no longer swimming, okay? So anyway, she was saying they're there to protect you while almost all of you's out of the body. And, that's right. These new angels are over 1,000 times stronger than the original ones, and their source. Their source angel is 55-60% source, 55 to 60% angel frequencies, and the rest is source. So they're ridiculously powerful. I haven't seen. There's a couple of them I see in body from time to time. I haven't seen them in so long. I don't get out much anymore at all. I'm too, I don't want to say sickly, but you know, all the time I need to take care of the packages, and it's like yesterday, and I'm making damn good progress on it thanks to Deanna, and just pushing forward. But like the last 2 days, just hammered. I couldn't do anything. I got Herky out, took care of the animals outside. It's another reason I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of going through this crap, but there's a reason for it. And now that I'm more in touch and it's not a communication, it's being part of and understanding that part of me outside of the body. I understand why more things are happening now. So anyway, I said something about last night about the angels hanging around. I took off to go somewhere. I see that's my body. I won't remember till I wake up, and then it comes in on my head. Why? The conscious mind stays here in the body. You know, when you astral project and you don't remember it, but you have little faint memories, the conscious mind, the spirit, the earthen spirit, it stays in the body. You don't want it with you. You want a break. You need a break. You need to get the hell away from being in the body and everything else. You're still attached to it, but you need to get away. And the last thing you want to do is take your earthen body with you. Now, some of you have cool earthen body energies too that are stronger or haven't been abused as much, whatever. Earthen body spirit, excuse me. So you take them with you, and it's easier for you to remember stuff. Also, the earlier you have it before waking up, the easier it is. When you take off 3/4 to 7/8 of the way through your sleep, then you usually remember it. Again, that depends on you, but also on your personal spirit, who you really are. But it also depends on the earthen energy. Remember, you're in a body. You're you, but you're in a body, and part of you is this earthen energy. That's an earthen spirit that's attached to you. It's like two snakes coiling around, the way they put it. They separate real easy, just like vinegar and water when a body dies. But until then, you're working together or fighting together. Anyway, last night I went. I was out messing around with night before last, or 2 nights ago. I can't remember. Whatever. I was out. I did a video about it. That I was going out to. Or went out to some place below Alaska. I did some stuff down there, just a little bit, shuffling stuff around. Had some bigger than normal waves hit the surf, that's all. But last night, I was down at, I saw when I woke up this morning, I saw what was happening, and I was at Venezuela. I saw the ocean, the waves hitting the surf. Nice, not vicious or anything, just nice, calm, but they're good-sized waves hitting the ocean. I mean, hitting the beach, but it was normal. And then I saw around Caracas or something is a city, but the mountains in front of it. I had to look at it this morning on Google. I never do that. I always do it right here in front of you. But I was there on a computer, and I said Venezuela shoreline. I had to make sure that Venezuela was even on the ocean. I don't have any memory for that stuff, and I just can't travel around the way I want to. I'm very much rigid about a lot of things here when I am in the body. There's a lot of things I don't have a choice about. Folks, I'm just like you, okay? I'm a human body, physical human body with different stuff inside. I'm just really strong, and what's out, I have so much of it outside of me, and it's broken off into different parts, or it's separated but still stays together. Anyway, and then also something about France. I got French and then France, and I'm like, no, it's not the country of France. And then I looked at the map of Venezuela, and there was down to the right, French Guinea, if that's how you say it. Those mountains on the top of Venezuela, there's stuff going on in there, mining operations going on in there with Anunnaki and stuff. There's also there's something about supplies that come in and out in French Guinea, whatever, French Guinea. Ships coming in, cargo. I'm seeing Anunnaki swimming in the water, or in the water, swimming underwater. Huh. Anyway, then I just relaxed my mind and just let myself see what else was there to see. There's an increase of sharks. I brought extra sharks into that area. A lot of people call me an asshole for that, huh? There's a reason for that. Sharks have a single core energy. It's that of the spirit from the planet. That can make them more vicious, but at the same time, when it's time, it makes it easier to control them. So the energy doing it doesn't have to be as strong. I'm not saying it's going to be extra shark attacks at all, but what I'm saying is they're there for a reason. And immediately the word that just popped into my head was blockade. It'll have something to do with the Anunnaki that swim, that are swimming around that area. There's an access port, three of them, four. Two major ones, two small ones. If you're looking at a map of Venezuela, on the left-hand side up top, there's two major ports, and then on the right-hand side, there's two smaller ports where they come in and out of the mountains. It's underwater. It comes out, and for some reason, what I am inside Arab, I put those there for some reason. I can't tell you what, but it's blockade issue. There'll be some stuff happening there from Venezuela. As a matter of fact, Burju and I were talking about this one time. From Venezuela to for Pete's sake, I think it's a place in Africa or something. Let's see. There's going to be a big a bunch of turmoil. Starcraft war. Okay, Google, Venezuela map.
Here's a map of Venezuela.
Okay, let's open this thing up. This is going to be important for you later. There it is, from Venezuela's coast across the lower section of the North Atlantic Ocean, going towards Mauritania. In Africa, Mauritania, a lot closer to Venezuela though. There's going to be some issues, and then out in the ocean, some larger firefight. Then closer to Mauritania, there's going to be a like boats, ships. There's going to be a fight there. The bigger one is near Venezuela, and it's farther off the coast, and the smaller one will be not that far from Mauritania. When it's time, it'll happen, folks. I don't see it happening quick at all. So I don't know. Find out. If Jay was real, he'd say when it's going to be. No one knows when the thing doing it hasn't even made up its mind. Thank you. How the hell can you actually say it? It depends on a lot of things. One of them is when I get the hell out of here, when I can finally drop this damn body and come out. That sounds arrogant to some people, huh? I don't care. I'm here to do a job. I don't care if you want me to mop with my left hand up top or my right hand up top. It doesn't matter. I'm going to mop. I'm just do what I do and go home. No sensationalism. Just like everything around me. I probably should clean it up, but it's hard enough for me to move. Degenerative joint disease is kicking in. Anyway, there's things happening and being brought to bear to start getting some of the stuff done that I've been talking about getting done while I've been trying to get the hell out of here. Oh, yeah, I don't know if that light flicker a second ago was just me or if it happened, but sometimes something will happen. You smell something, and you know that smell isn't actually there. Those your senses and your nose are being touched to produce the same effect as if you smelled a rose. Your deceased uncle's cigar smoke or pipe smoke. Wow. Right there. All I was trying to say was that when I get out of here, what's in me can get back into Ara and start making stuff happen. Ara will start coming together better. It's already doing stuff now. I like in my head. Wow. None of you will have, those of you that have been cranked up and those of you that haven't, but will be, what happens to me will never happen as strong to you, but you're gonna feel this stuff, okay? When your brain evolves, it evolves. It literally grows in size. It grows in size. There'll be times when you're feeling like you're going to lose your balance. Just relax. When this when this stuff happens, you'll be taken care of. Okay, don't worry about it. Unless you try to hurt yourself, you won't. You're being protected. Everyone's important, but your job this life is paramount. You have to be taken care of, and you will be. This is creation's change, folks. This is big. Creation's being reformatted. You think about putting a new format into a big company, okay? Just pick a big company, whatever. Putting a new format through the company is huge. Doing it through creation with trillions of planets, yeah, that's a big thing. And that's just the third dimension. But it's not that hard to do once you're free to do it. It just has to be one thing that has a big hammer and says, the old way is gone. And it's already starting to happen now anyway. Oh yeah, that was the thing. I was debating mentioning it. A lot of you might notice the past few days, nights, that there's less stuff that'll bother you, spirit, when you can see it and come in. Hey, Herky, there's my buddy. Look I got your orange towel down here. Yes, I do. You a big orange towel? It's right here. Good boy, honey. I love you, buddy. You want to stay there? I need to get you a different bed you like over there. A little walkover or something. Yeah. A nice thick double pad or something. Sometimes he likes to just lay in the carpet. I love you, buddy. Anyway, a lot of other stuff has been taken out on the other side that was causing problems. And a lot of the stuff that there's other parts of Lily working on the other side now, and she's calming down the good folk, so to speak, that have been staying away and staying, like, hiding, staying out of the open, because all the open stuff was going, all the stuff out in the open was going nuts and attacking, and it's a serious thing, it's a sad thing, but the vast majority of the stuff that was over there causing problems got taken out. So, folks, when you look at creation, how it was made, how it's been run, then understand why, it's sad. It's really sad. The original first being made itself male and female, you know, separated itself into two different parts, so it had some company. It was alone. It was lonely. It was alone and lonely. And then it waited so long, it just took a long time, natural thing, I guess, before it decided to format itself, pull itself apart into two different, slightly different parts. What the base energies were the same, but they split it up a little bit, and that was the creation of male and female. But it already had that loneliness issue, and it was 27.5% negative, and then it just continued doing all the wrong things and abusing everything for its own desire to have more and more company, which almost immediately turned to praise when they first started having lives. So as soon as I got the other fields of essence involved in having lives, and praise became rampant, and they liked it. Not only did they have company now, not being alone, but they had worship. That fanned the fires of arrogance that went all through creation. And then they built everything that was abusive, and that's just sad. All the stuff that's had to die, all the thing that's been abused and it got stuck on it and wouldn't let go. There's stuff on the side when Arrow was over there and said, you need to let go of this, and they said no, and got crazy. They're not around anymore. Why the hell would I talk about this stuff? Most people would hear that and say, this guy's a nut. I told you I'd tell you what's going on, and I am. One of the few truths there is in some of your religious books, to thine own self be true. What's the one thing you have that no one can take away? You have to trash yourself. There might be something else, but it's your honor. Creation's changing. It's a big job. It'll start happening soon. But here on this planet, we're so young, even though we've been used and abused by things from other planets. We're not aware of what's really going on. We're not aware that they exist. There's a huge awakening for everything, for every person in a body, that's coming very soon. The awareness that we're not alone, and we haven't been for millions of years. So what are you going to do with that? Most of you listening to me, you're ready for it and waiting. There's a lot of folks who just punch in and out to see what's going, in the video, pop in and out to see if there's anything going on, talking about stuff from other, races from other planets and stuff, or stuff that's going to happen here. A lot of them are just looking for some exciting news to talk about. The information I give out, it's scattered in and out of the videos. Not by intention, but just by my thought process. And like I said, when I am inside, it's running my body. So anyway, one thing I really wanted to get across, and I'll put it in the caption, whatever, is that a lot of you are feeling a lot of heart pressure. You're getting dizzy. You are not being attacked. Your brain is going through an incredibly strong, rapid development and growth period because it's time. Folks, I'm not I'm still going down, okay? But I'll be here in February. Looks like I'll be here in February of next year. The idea is to get as many people here on this planet that can ready and actively cranking you up already. Cranking you up, stones, helping you out with things. They all have different thought processes they've been having on from being on this planet in the lives that they were given, which was made to be different than what the truth would be. That was done on set up on purpose by the original first being male and female when they were still alive. So they're all, learning about what's going on, and it just doesn't happen overnight. A lot of people think there's a switch that turns on. No, there's not. When you first awaken and start seeing things, that's like a switch turned on, because all of a sudden you realize, wow, this is true. So it's like a switch being turned on. But folks, becoming awake and aware and understanding the falsehoods of these different thought processes on the planet. There's problems with all of them. You'll find out, and they'll find out, and they'll grow with you. So there will be people around the world cranking up other people, helping people get stronger, wake up. But there's another through the field. I'm going to be helping a lot of people wake up. Lily, she'll be healed and doing really well soon. She's going to be out in the middle of all of you, just doing incredible things for all of you. So like I've said, it's important for me, and this is true for creation. It's important to have a father hanging around, father energy that serves to protect, to serve and protect its family. But the most important part of a family is the mother, the loving mother. That's where the nurturing love and care comes from. Gaia is a loving mother. She's the essence inside this planet, the planetary essence. Female universal essence in this planet. But the creation's actual loving mother energy will be, is Lily. So it's just a matter of her getting healed up and coming together, just like Ara. So anyway, when you start getting hit hard, folks, you're not being attacked. Don't worry about it. Those of you that are here to do this stuff, what's been bugging you, it's been all but wiped out. Now don't forget, there's over 4 trillion planets with hundreds of millions of lives on them. Good boy, Herky, honey. I love you, buddy. And they keep dying. And then they come out. And then you have new problems. So there's always something going on. But now, things have changed. Okay, and as I get bothered or I see something, I'll take care of it, but at the same time, myself out of the body is finally active to start getting rid of it. So it's like comply or die. Creation's been around so long, and it's always been abusive. Folks, there's stuff out there with next to no negativity that's just abusive as hell. That's not allowed anymore. So that'll all come together soon. But anyway, when you get hit hard, folks, don't think of it like you're being attacked, because you're not. You're being made strong. Those of you that have gotten cranked up, you have no idea what you're going to be doing soon. Excuse me. You'll start getting stronger, seeing and understanding what's going on the other side. Become more aware of stuff. As you read these books, you're going to start flowing into them. You're going to have help doing it. Okay? You're going to have guidance. You're going to have help. You're not going to be made to think something. You're going to be shown, look at this, look at that. You make up your own decision. You're not going to be forced to do anything. You're going to be led to. And then once you understand what's going on, and you're relaxed, as long as you're not arrogant or abusive, folks, you're all going to crank up hard and do some really neat stuff. And then 7 years from now, it's about 7 years from now, there's going to be some real strong power hitters in this third dimension. There'll be parts of Lily and Ara. There'll be parts of Lily, focal points of Lily, focal points of Ara, that are going to be in bodies that have DNA from, Lily and Ara. So, yeah. I was thinking about saying something. It's like, don't say too much. And then the lights flickered. These kids are going to be fracking powerful as hell. They'll be doing things I didn't, and that's the way it should be. It's the whole idea. Those of you that take the time, relax, and you have it in your heart to help other people, and you just keep working on it, as long as you're not abusive and arrogant, you'll be cranking people up, and you'll be getting real strong doing all kinds of stuff. Like I said, all creation has to see itself, be aware of itself in order to be a family. All dimensions, including the third, and these bodies are hard to see through. The physical bodies are being changed. Your energy's been changed. Blockages being taken out of your brain so you can see things better. You're having all the hope you can. How the hell can you see who else is around if you can't see out of your head? If you can't see other dimensions, you can't see. So that's why it's so important for this to be happening. And besides, it's cool. Y'all love it. Those people that aren't into that, that's fine. They won't be coming back in body whenever their life does. They're not going to be sapped and killed. I mean, some people will, but that's a whole different story. They're aggressively abusive, killing people, and everything else they can get their hands on. They're coming out and they're dying. Their energy is going to be deleted. Their spirit. Anyway, but all these other people I'm talking about, they're just not going to be having lives, because there's just no need for that anymore. They were put in body to have lives, to make them stronger and to make them more abusive towards you, to maintain an abuse system, to make you stronger, to harass you while in a body, so that when you get out of your body as spirit, your spirit's grown more. And then when the bigger they grew you, the original first bigger male and female, the bigger they grew you, that when it was time, which is supposed to be December 21st, 2012, some of the bigger parts of you that were out of your body were supposed to come together, go to one of these new universes, and release a third of your energy, and then have all these little souls running around. So if you're a bigger energy, and you can only release a third at the max, so instead of having 100 million, you might have 1 billion souls that you release. And then you have more praise machines. That's what it's all about. It's sick, it's sad, it's done. Well, it's almost done. So, anyway. Folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't worry about having these kind of dizzy spells and stuff. You're fine. Okay? Remember, there is no God. There's no devil. All that crap was just made up. What there is folks like you when they're not in a body. Because you're in a body right now. There's different forms of spirit, some of them stronger than others. Has nothing to do with any one spirit being any better than anything else, because it's not. If you don't have straight equality across the board, then you have no foundation to build anything on. Creation has been made to tear at itself, keep itself from ever getting anywhere, except bigger in size and more abusive. That chaos is leaving. The vast majority of it is gone. So, folks, take care, love you. Hang in there and keep going, man. It's a little hard at first, but it gets a whole lot better. Have a good one.